Hello, welcome in, welcome in. It's been a long time no see. Anyways, I'm back because I heard that the Huntress got a rework. Maybe not an entire rework, but I guess the trap is different. And there's just, it's been a while since I recorded a video. I have had a realization that I think I've been too strict on myself in the past with like trying to upload every day when I was consistently uploading, and that caused me to kind of plummet pretty quickly into not uploading anything. And I got burnt out, and then there's just no upload. So I figured it's probably better to give you guys a little bit of something every now and then than to just fucking cut cold turkey. That feels kind of shitty, and I feel like I'm letting you guys down. So, and I'm not just making this because I feel like I'm letting you guys down. I'm making this because I genuinely want to make this video, and hopefully more in the future. I don't know if videos will be as regular. Well, no, they won't be every day, but I don't know how often or how frequent they will be. Um, and another reason is to just like help my overall speech and my ability to articulate sentences and structure like how I'm saying things and words and shit. Like that was me explaining that right there was kind of a nightmare. But the goal of recording, at least one of the goals, is to work on how I convey things in my speech, because I don't always explain things as quickly as possible, and I stutter a lot, and I have a lot of pauses. And what happens a lot as well is I'll get a good string of thought going, and then it's like I'll just hit a wall, and I'll completely forget the next thing I was gonna say, and then I sit there for like 20 seconds, and I have to like recount every step. I don't know if I got like early onset dementia or some shit, but it sucks, and I want it to stop. So we're here. All of those events have led to this. Um, so yeah, let me just. I made a new Huntress. Let me choose some nice cloths. Also, this, I don't know when this changed. It must have been fairly recently. But it looks like they changed the UI of selecting different dyes. Do we have more dyes? No, it looks like the same kind of stuff. Another thing as well is I don't know if I'm going to have any like cuts in this video. I don't know if I'm going to edit it. It's probably just good for me to speak my mind, let the flow of the video go at whatever rate it wants to. I don't know about you guys, but I actually don't. I'm not a big fan of the animated cloths. Like the rotating effect just looks kind of shit in general. Ones like these, they're too fast. Maybe not. This one's okay, but like this is too fast. This needs to move slower. These definitely need to move slower. Um, yeah, that's just my opinion. I guess this one does move pretty slow, but this one obviously very fast. I think let's go with a nice green for the torso. And do I just want to do the same color for the hood? That looks a little boring. You guys should know by now, if you've seen my previous videos, that fashion comes first. This game is a fashion contest, first and foremost, and then everything else beyond that is secondary. If someone's got shit fashion, they're shit at the game. I don't care if they can solo shatters. They fucking suck at. They have no fashion sense, so they're nothing. They're below me. Not really. I don't think I have much of an ego, even if it may seem like it in this moment. That's also something someone with an ego would say, though. So I don't know. You be the judge. Dude, we need more. We need more patterns. There's not enough patterns. I know, like looking at this, you may be like, "What the fuck do you mean, Drew? That's a lot of patterns." But when you look at it, there's really like half this amount of patterns because each one has two copies of itself. Because you can buy one with fame and you can buy one with gold. I could just go full America. I mean, that's Not really my thing on Huntress. Do I have a... I think I might have a warrior that's just repping full... No, I guess I don't. When I play a warrior though, I just rep full USA claws and patterns. Okay, but really, we've been on this too long. Let me just choose a fucking cloth. I didn't save the last one either. Okay, green. This brown is just... It's so saturated. Fuck it. You know what? Good enough. No, not good enough. Oh, sienna. Oh, perfect. Okay. All right. Is it gonna charge me 1100 even though I already... Let's see. This is a good social experiment. It did. What a fucking scam. What is that shit? I already had this die, and then it lets me spend fame on it again. All right. Another thing from the update notes is all the old realms, for better or for worse, are gone now. But it looks like there's a lot of portals, which was not the case previously. They would have like 2 of the updated realm portals, and then I can't remember if it was 1 or 2, but some amount of old portals. So I've played a little bit since I did hit record, right? Jesus. Okay. I forgot if I pressed record or not. We're good. I've played a little bit since the... What's it called? The new dungeon came out. I can't remember the name of it. I'll remember it at some point. Okay, yeah, but let's look at our trap. So it does some damage in some squares. That's the same. Slowed. That's the same. Arm time. Is that... I only remember one trap having arm time, and I think that was the one that drops from Ghost Ship. Sticky Bomb. Attaches to one enemy, dealing 150 damage. Oh, so it's kind of like the effect they gave to Sorcerer. Right? Well, those guys just got shit on, but... Yeah, that's fast. That throws real fast. Okay. And if anyone's like stalking my account, if you look at my graveyard, it's just all ninjas. It's so many ninjas. I was trying so hard for like 2 weeks straight to just get a really good ninja going. I can't remember. I didn't notice it if I have one still, but I had some badass ninjas. There was the first layer of Draconis I did. I got a white bag from the final boss, and it was the Midnight Star Shuriken, which paralyzes enemies. Very, very nice. And I'm really happy with the enchantment system so far. I should not be here. Oh my god, I should not be here. What am I doing? I get 2-shot. This is better. But the enchantments are really nice. It's things feel kind of crazy. Oh, okay. Sorry, things a little intense. It may not seem like it because I didn't get hit there, but if I did, those guys would probably 3-shot me. This trap is nice. That is some nice damage. I always preferred Archer over Huntress because like Archer it just feels, it's more satisfying to shoot an arrow out and get the immediate gratification. Whereas traps, they're slow and you have to have enemies walk into them. Now it seems like the traps get thrown so fast that don't even, it almost is instant gratification. This is great. Tier 3 trap. But yeah, today was finally the day where I cracked and was like, all right, let me make a video. It's been a long time. Because one thing that's been putting me off is I didn't want to upload unless I knew that I would come back and upload consistently. Because Realm is very much, oh my god. Realm is very much a game where it's very slow at first. Well, really just in general. Like, it's a game that you're meant to grind, do dungeons tens, hundreds, thousands of times to get a drop. and then you move on and move to the next area. And having a continuous playthrough where you guys see everything is nice, but at the same time, doing massive grinds, like, I forget which character it was. It might have been, was it the night where I was just grinding for a D-Blade for like 5 episodes? That shit gets a little repetitive and kind of boring. For you guys, I'd assume. I mean, for me, I love this game, so I expect it to be a grind and be boring. I may not expect to have to do 100 fucking abysses to get the drop I want, which is complete bullshit. But that's how RNG works. So this trap indicator, like, I don't know, that feels pretty lazy. They just put the same icon on top of the enemy. Did they? Yeah, no, they put it on top of the enemy. I don't know what else would be better, but it just looks kind of jank, I think. What dungeon dropped? A SEM? They did update the SEM. I don't know if you guys have seen that. Wait, why can't I click on this? Did I already call it? No. I can't click on this. Give me these. I don't really want to go in there yet. With a tier 2 bow, that shit would take forever. But yeah, they updated the SEM, so you don't have to go through any portals. I guess that's nothing new, but they cut down the time in between waves drastically. And it's just a lot faster, a lot smoother, looks better. It's great. It's a great change. I'm remembering bits of the dungeon names. It's something phylactery. Some shit like that. Something with poltergeist. Similar to that. Where should I go? Oh, and I don't know how you guys feel about the event whites, but I've gotten a couple of them. I got the celestial bow from the sprite area, and that shit is fun. I don't know if it's great, but it is so fun to use. Like, yeah, just thinking about it now, it makes me want to go use it, but I have like a space kind of celestial themed Huntress that has that bow. Haven't lost it, thank God. Don't plan on losing it anytime soon. But yeah, my graveyard. If you look at my graveyard, back to that, it's just a shit show. It's such a shit show. So many ninjas. And there's like 3 different skins that I would flip between because every time I would tell myself, this is the one. This guy needs to look badass because he's the one that's gonna go the farthest. And then he doesn't. He dies in like a sulfurous wetlands at level 12. Yeah, let's go in here. Oh, and my headset shit the bed recently. A couple days ago, I was just chilling, and then the audio starts cutting out in the right ear, and now day goes by, audio's just playing in the left ear, so I was like, you know what, let me open this up and try to fix it. So I looked up how to fix it. Feel like I did the best I could, but ultimately wasn't enough to fix it, and actually it made things worse temporarily. For a little bit after trying to fix it twice, I had no audio, and then it just magically started working again. So, damn, these guys hurt. And I do no damage. Oh. But I will say, Huntress does feel, at least the ability, because that's how they changed, feels a lot better. Feels a lot smoother. They also changed another class. I forget which one they said, but I think it was Necro, maybe? I don't play too much Necro. I really like dagger classes. I'm just a dagger person at heart. I don't care if you don't even like see yourself swinging the dagger, really. It's just the mental image, the thought of me using a dagger is cool, and I like that. So I play dagger characters. And since the last time I played Realm, I was actually having probably the best streak I've ever had in the course of me playing Realm. I think a lot of that can be attributed to the Realm rework. I think it's a lot easier to get 8/8s than it used to be, mainly because life pots are so accessible now, whereas they used to not be. But like tombs drop all over the place. Enemies in the realm itself drop life pretty frequently if you're in like that flower biome or the carnivorous forest. And then I've been enjoying Rogue a lot since the rework. That's one instance where I heavily thought about making a video when the Rogue rework came out, because I saw people shitting on that. They can fuck right off with that opinion. That is such a shit take. The Rogue rework is so good. If you like old Rogue, you just play like a pussy, and you just sit there and hide in your invis, and it's like, what the fuck's the point? It's not very interactive. It's boring. Nobody should want to play like that. You shouldn't be, and a class shouldn't expect to play a game like that. What Rogue is now is what it always should have been. It's a class that can go stealth and then breaks out of stealth to do a shit ton of damage in a short burst. Like, that is, in essence, what a Rogue should be in any sort of game ever. Damn, I should have hit the sprite tree. Well, the sprite tree doesn't even drop the bow, so it doesn't matter. Oh, and I got my first ever Sea Dirk, too, on one of my rogues. I think I lost it recently, but it's pretty good. It's not as, like, hype as I was expecting it to be. It is good, don't get me wrong, but it's, like, my favorite dagger is a corruption cutter from Cursed Libraries. Ever since that came out and I first used it, I've just been completely in love with it. And actually, when they released the rework for Rogue, so the way the Rogue's ability works now is, like, as you shoot, it shoots additional projectiles. And since we have dual daggers and normal daggers, and dual daggers shoot 2 shots, whereas normal daggers shoot 1, that ability would proc on each shot of the dual daggers. So it would have like twice the proc rate, and you would just do a ridiculous amount of burst damage. And it was great. And then they were like, yeah, this is kind of not intended and kind of crazy. And then they dialed it back. But I don't know about now, but for a little bit, Rogue must have been the highest DPS class. Like, even above Wizard. Like, it was just so insane with dual daggers. The high dex stat. I was also able to use the vampire set a lot for Rogue. Found out that set is insanely good. I highly recommend it. I highly recommend grinding for it. If you guys haven't used it before. Tons of survivability. It's satisfying to use. It's so good. Like, it's so well rounded. And even though it has a lot of survivability, you're not like losing anything in DPS for that. It does a fuck ton of DPS. The wiki may portray it like it doesn't, but the wiki's wrong. That shit does some crazy damage. I don't know. I haven't checked the wiki in a little bit, but at the time I was looking at a bunch of different cloaks and shit, and yeah, things just did not line up how they should have. Maybe I just got lucky, but well, one time I definitely got lucky. I got the full set in like 34 haunted mansions. Alright, but I think that's going to do it for this video. It's kind of just wanted to step back into the YouTube space a little bit. Say hi to you guys. It's been a while. I don't know what is to come in the future, but hopefully more content. I've been doing a lot of trying to find passion in my free time with like game design sort of shit, because I'm going to college for, well, right now I'm going for game programming and development, but I think I'm realistically more interested in game design. If you know the differences, then you know, but I'm not going to go into detail about it right now. But basically, that's what's going on with me. Just doing some drawing stuff, some coding stuff, trying to mesh them, trying to understand what it takes to make games and shit like that, because I see a lot of shit with a lot of these gaming companies, especially large ones, where it's just they got to get that corporate money. That fucking delicious corporate sauce is all they can think about, and I hate it. All right, but yeah, that's gonna do it. I'll see you guys later. I don't remember what was my outro. I don't know. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. See ya. Peace.